Ahoy guys, and welcome back to I Like Watches 2. I must apologise, it's been a little bit quiet on this channel recently, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm going to blame I Like Watches. That channel has kept me quite busy recently, but I have had a prototype GMT turn up from Vesuviate that I want to show you as soon as possible. This is going to be an unpackaging and first impressions video. The reason I think this could be quite significant is because of the movement inside this watch. Now, we all are familiar with the 5KX GMT that houses the NH34 Automatic GMT movement. That watch has seen, well, quite a lot of content being produced on it recently on YouTube, including myself. I bought one, I have reviewed it, and I'm giving it away, or I've given it away. No, I'm about to give it away when the channel, this is my other channel, I Like Watches, reaches 21,000 subscribers. So if you are interested in that, then head over to I Like Watches. But the movement inside that watch is being offered to micro brands, basically. So I suspect we're going to see a flood of GMT watches onto the market. And this could potentially be the very first one. Inside here we have a Vesuviate that houses the it's the NH34, I think it's called. So yeah, just wanted to unpackage it and share with you my first impressions. Let's take a look, shall we? Now, this is a prototype, so there are going to be some changes made. Well, that was a bit close for comfort, wasn't it? There are going to be some changes made to the main production watch, which I will go through in the full review. So I'm really just keen to take a look at this watch and, like I said, share with you my first impressions, and then when I produce the full review on I Like Watches, I will run through all of the changes that are likely to be made. It's not many, actually, not many at all. One thing that is going to be changed is the display case back. It's not going to be so dark. I don't think that's a sticker. I think that is literally, yes, I think it's just red crystal. Yes, this watch is called the Volare, I think. Yeah, if we can get it into focus. There it is. And it means to fly, which is quite relevant, of course, because there is a GMT movement inside this watch. First impressions are it's quite deep, probably a little bit deeper than I was expecting, but I think it looks pretty good, doesn't it? It is a bi-color or dual color bezel insert. It is sapphire crystal. It's not ceramic. That is a sapphire crystal bezel insert, I believe. A fading dial as well, sort of top and bottom fading dial. Let's have a little play with the movement. Undo the crown. It is a screw down crown. Hand wind. Let's pull it out to the first position, and there is the GMT hand moving. Nice. And then we rotate it the other way for the date. Right, let's leave the hands there, out of the way of all the important bits and pieces. Vesuviate under the 12. Volare automatic, 200 meters of water resistance. Nice. Brushed and polished bracelet. Fairly substantial. Looks like this is going to be a sort of diver GMT. You've got a very sort of functional, proper diver's extension there, look. Let's open up the clasp, milled clasp, 3-piece fold over clasp, double pushers, no safety latch, logo on the outer shell there, look. You've also got some micro adjusts, so you've got a diver's extension and micro adjusts. Right, I've just given it a bit of a wipe so that we can have a look at the case finishing a bit more closely. A mix of brushed and polished finishing, some large polished surfaces down the side of the case, brushed side to the links on the bracelet, but polished center links. So a fairly dressy, but also sort of toolish and almost rugged looking diver's GMT. There's definitely a sort of strong diver's edge to this watch. I'm going to say edge. Solid end links, solid links, screw pins, quick release spring bars. The previous Vesuviate watches I have reviewed have been just absolute spec monsters. Incredible specifications and yeah, decent value for money. I've been assured this one is going to be sub $400 US. And when you consider the price of the actual 5KX GMT, It's more than that. So yeah, I think it's nice to see a micro brand taking that movement from Seiko and producing potentially a better spec'd watch and selling it for less. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this watch does. Right, before we pop it on the wrist, let's check out the Lume. I'm using a UV torch this time to give the Lume a burst and show it in all its glory. And look, I've noticed a bit of Lume on the crown as well, so let's just give that one a bit of love as well. There we go, and oh wow, it looks pretty decent, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll include this watch in a Lume degradation comparison video at some point. But yeah, that seems like a pretty impressive Lume display. Right, I have resized it. Here it is on my 7¼ inch-ish wrist. I think that looks pretty good, actually. I've seen 3 Vesuviate watches, and I think this is the best looking one I've seen so far, actually. Yeah, and it is quite exciting to see this movement in other watches. I think we are going to see a huge influx of GMT watches from micro brands now, which is fantastic. Who doesn't love an affordable mechanical GMT watch and at under $400? Yeah, I think this one's going to be pretty decent value. Now, I will run through all the specifications in the full review and also what is likely to change or improve from this watch to the actual production watch. And yeah, I'm hoping to pick up a production watch as well, which I will also show you. So yeah, there it is. Anyway, exciting stuff. Right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section, and I look forward to producing the full review soon. So don't forget to head back to I Like Watches in the next few weeks and check that out. Cheers, guys. Take care. Look after yourselves. You'll see me again very, very soon.